Please, accept my sincerest apologies. My beautiful girlfriend has been dabbling in some magic, but nothing as serious as what it seems like in my posts. The information that I found on the iPad was real, but the ritual I saw was not. We had gotten drunk and then taken a trip together. Yes, that kind of trip. We had tried to do a bit of magic to bind us together forever. We used the pincushion and did that Portuguese blessing on the needles. I guess I proposed to her too, but I don't remember it. Kinda takes away the specialness of it, I guess. Anyway, she went to work early the next day, as I took some more mushrooms. And I had a really bad trip. So I naturally freaked out because I could only remember the bad part of my trip, which I detailed in part 1. So I hastily fled. Save a few of the mushrooms. We had taken them all the other night. To distract myself from the anxiety after finding the spells on the iPad, I took the rest of them. One of the spells that was on the iPad was a spell of protection, which I ended up doing because I felt genuinely scared. So that's the picture that you saw in part 2. My wonderful girlfriend, I guess fiancé now, never sent any of the upset texts that I reported. She has only ever expressed love and concern for me. When she knocked on the door, she couldn't convince me to let her in. It was then that she realized that I must be tripping. It's actually kind of a funny story. I wouldn't let her in while I thought it was her, so she waited for a minute, through her voice, and pretended to be a pizza delivery person. I let her in right away. Me and my stunningly gorgeous fiancé were finally able to talk it out once I let her in. It took a little bit for her to convince me that I was tripping. It took some time for the combined effects of the mushrooms, weed, and alcohol to wear off. She had to confine me to the bathroom while she waited for me to come down. I told her what I remembered, and she explained that it wasn't real, that it was a bad trip. It took me a little while to remember, but eventually, the memory of taking the mushrooms returned. Now, I have to laugh about it. I'm back home, and there's nothing to worry about. I want to thank all of you for expressing your concern for me and giving ideas about what I should do, even though there was absolutely no cause for alarm. You are an amazing community of supportive people, and I want to thank you for everything. Not trying to get too sentimental on here because no sleep is probably not the right place to post this, but I really love my fabulous fiancé. We are so happy together. We're thinking an October wedding, just as the weather begins to cool. What do you think? I'd love to hear back from you. I consider you all my friends now. Because of this, I'm sure you'll be glad to know that my soon-to-be wife and I are incredibly happy together. We are together now, and I am more than okay. I'm safe.